All right, guys, we want to go through our pregame warm-up on a dry field. Obviously, you'll be doing your hitting, should be doing front toss, tee work, etc. After we get on the field, first of all, we're always going to start, we can start on the left field line, right field line, really doesn't matter, whichever dugout that you'll be in. But the biggest thing is no matter what field we're on, stay off the foul line, help them out. So as we start, you will be doing your stretches from this angle. So we will start with on our toes. Everything that we do forward, we're going to do backwards. Create athleticism, we need to do all our exercises, stretches, and dynamic warm-ups going forward. So we will start with on our toes, walking forward. So, you know, we could be this 10 to 15 yard period. Typically do it in two ways. So if you got 12 kids on the team, do 6 lines of 2. First group will walk out 15 yards on their toes. As everybody gets there, they'll walk back on their toes. Then the next one will be heels. The next one will be low knee across, high knee across. We'll face the outfield fence, so they're moving to the right. Always in a baseball, softball position, moving like we would on a base path. Moving to your right, left foot on your start line, wherever that's going to be. And we're going to go shuffles, do karaoke's, high knee, back knee karaoke's across. And then we'll do base stealing situations. Everything we do forward, we're going to do back. So you'll be doing 2 of each of those. I'll also email you guys a list of our dynamic warm-ups as well. Once we get to our dynamic warm-up, we're also going to obviously do our 50, 75, and 100% sprints. Once we kind of got that situation and our body is loose, from there we're going to stretch our arms. And the way we stretch our arms is, have your group, they can do a circle however they want to do it. We'll have our right arm out to our side if I'm a right-handed thrower, left-handed thrower obviously, with our palm down, elbow at shoulder height, press straight down, make sure that my chest is facing where I would be throwing to, kind of in a throwing position. Push down as hard as you can for, say, 15 seconds. Then we're going to keep the arm there, put our hand on top, push up for 15 seconds. The hand stays the same way. Hand on the inside, push in for 15 seconds. Hand on the outside, push out for 15 seconds. No matter if you're right-handed or left-handed, you will do the opposite side doing the same exact routine. Down for 15, up for 15, in for 15, out for 15. Notice how my chest stays here. You'll see a lot of guys who want to do it this way or crazy. Make sure their elbow and chest stays in line as if they're in a throwing posture. Once they've done both arms, we now will go back to our right side. Thumb down, push down for 15, up for 15, in for 15, out for 15. Same thing on the other side. Okay, and that'll really, really help your guys get their shoulders loose. They'll find it pretty difficult at first, and also you're going to see a lot of posture issues at first. Really maintain chest to target and make sure that our elbow is in more of a throwing posture. From there, everybody will obviously, you'll start your throwing either in front of the foul line. If you're over at ATP, you can actually have your guy throw out on the track. Will probably help us with our grabs. So once we get to that position, you will start on their knee. 4-seam grip. Everybody throws 4-seam grip to warm up. If I'm right-handed, down on my right knee, and again, elbow up. And I want to feel the ball come out of the tips of my fingers, not pushing the ball. They'll throw 10 each. After they throw 10 each, the next one will be 10 toes to my partner. Hands together, close my top half, throw, finish out front, and finish with a bent elbow. Throw 10 from there. The next one would be straddle to throw. And now I'm going to have my hands here, straddle, and I go throw, and I leave my back leg back. 10 throws from there. The next one, I'll start to get loose, move back a little bit. Everybody should be doing this together. There shouldn't be one guy out here, he's already at long toss, and one guy still on their knee. They didn't do it right. Guys, as coaches, we have to monitor that throwing. So after we've thrown 10, leaving the back leg back, the next 10 will be throwing, letting our back leg come through. Then your guys are released to throw. After they are released to throw, now here's a pet peeve of mine. Typically what happens is you guys get to a game and you guys look at the cages as only a place to hit. You can do all of these throwing stuff into the cages and they throw the ball into the net so that when you hit the field, you're ready to do more of your ground ball, fly ball work and that nature. And that's probably a better way to utilize our time instead of doing it the traditional way of waiting until the field is ready and then doing our run, stretch, throw. All of these throwing exercises, arm exercises, body warm-up, dynamic warm-up, and a lot of even the throwing could be done in the cage area where they're just throwing it into the net. So when they jump on the field, we're really ready to use the field. So on a dry field, how do we warm up?